Here's a really big story I want to move to. The Guardian reports Meta will get rid of fact checkers, dramatically reduce the amount of censorship, and recommend more political content on its platforms, including Facebook, Instagram, and Threads, according to founder Mark Zuckerberg, who announced it just this morning. In a video message, Zuckerberg vowed to prioritize free speech after the return of Donald Trump to the White House and said that starting in the U.S., he would get rid of fact checkers and replace them with community notes similar to X. Zuckerberg said that fact checkers have just been too politically biased and have destroyed more trust than they've created. The tech firm's content moderation team will be moved from California to Texas. And he also said that he's going to be working with the Trump administration, on free speech issues and so on. So the big headline here, or what most people apparently see as the big headline, is that Facebook is supposedly getting rid of its hyper-partisan, phony, fact-checking regime and replacing it with the kind of community note system that they have, on X. And that is a big headline. I don't have to tell you that fact-checking has been used for years as a tool to enforce ideological conformity. The fact-checkers on Facebook and everywhere else were never worried about facts. Actually, since they're all leftists, they don't even believe in facts. Philosophically, they just reject the idea of anything even being a fact. They're relativists, and relativists can never really be fact-checkers because they don't think that there is any objective truth that you can measure anything against. So what they're worried about is a narrative. They want the world to be presented and seen a certain way, and anything that gives a different view or approaches from a different angle is, suppressed by the fact checkers. And this has been the system on Facebook for years, making it basically impossible to have any kind of open dialogue or, honest conversation about anything on that platform. And it wasn't always this way. Facebook, I would not have a career probably without Facebook, because I came up as an independent blogger on, in the first half of the 2010s. And I didn't work for anyone. I wasn't getting paid by anyone. I needed some way to build an audience, some way to access an audience and build it. So I used Facebook. And I just started a Facebook account and I kind of built up an audience that way. And for years, Facebook was basically my only platform. And you could do that because you could post anything, you could say anything, you could build an audience, you could have access to that audience. There were no fact checkers. There wasn't any whatever trust and safety council or whatever they call it now. I don't remember at any point during that time. I was just saying whatever I wanted about any topic, and there was never a strike. I never got suppressed. There was never anything. They wouldn't try to shut you down for unapproved opinions. That's how it used to be. But in recent years, of course, everything changed, and it became impossible, as it is now, it's basically impossible for anyone to do what I did back in 2012 and 2013 and 2014. You can't show up as an independent, unknown, conservative voice and build an audience on a platform like Facebook now, because you just get crushed. They just crush you right away. But now, supposedly, Facebook is maybe moving back towards what it was before. Or at least that seems to be the pledge that they're making. And what it was before was essentially a free and open platform where you could express your views and connect with whatever audience of people you're able to build. I think, though, the more significant part of Zuckerberg's announcement this morning, the stuff about the fact checkers is pretty big, but I think this part jumped out to me even more. Listen to this.
We're going to simplify our content policies and get rid of a bunch of restrictions on topics like immigration and gender that are just out of touch with mainstream discourse. What started as a movement to be more inclusive has increasingly been used to shut down opinions and shut out people with different ideas, and it's gone too far. So I want to make sure that people can share their beliefs and experiences on our platforms.
Now, the proof is in the pudding with this sort of thing. Let's see Facebook actually put the community note system in place. More importantly, let's see them actually allow the kind of free and open expression that you find on X. that you used to find on Facebook 10 years ago. Let's see them really do it. I certainly don't trust any big tech platform. I need to see it for myself. But even this statement alone, and singling out gender and immigration as topics where people can have different points of view and should be like, that alone is still a pretty monumental sea change. It's not enough. We need to see it actually implemented, but I do think we're seeing a real shift here. Now, is it the result of some kind of conversion experience or change of heart on the part of Zuckerberg? No. I mean, he doesn't even claim that. That's the thing. If you listen to the whole statement, it's 5 minutes long. There's not really any. He doesn't claim that he's changed his mind. In fact, he pretends that he's always been a champion of free speech, and that all the kind of suppression and censorship that's happened over the last 5 to 8 years has essentially been an accident. Like they put these systems into place because they're trying to root out bad stuff. And then all this other stuff got kind of caught in the net, and they didn't really mean it that way. So there's not a lot of accountability here. I think this is clearly politics and marketing. X with Elon Musk is growing. It's getting all the press. It's getting all the attention. It's where everything seems to be happening. It has all the influence. Facebook, meanwhile, although it has 90 billion users or whatever, has become a sad husk and has been for a long time. So I think that's more what has inspired this change, if it is a change, but all the same, it's good news, and it's, I think, very significant. If you'd like to see what else I have to say, you can access my full show by going to dailywire.com or by going to the Matt Walsh Show Twitter page. Hope to see you there. Godspeed.